our theories of acids have changed over time. At one point, we thought it was the presence of oxygen that made an acid. An acid, and no, it's not. Then, it's something that makes hydrogen. Hydrogen that dissolves in water, because there's hydrogen in chairs and plastic and you. But it's only the chemicals that release hydrogen as an ion into water, and the hydrogen goes around dissolving your hand. And then we found out, oh, there's more to it. The theories became more complicated to explain more complicated situations. So as you move up in age and through the education system, you learn the next part. And the next part was the hydrogen ions don't just float around as H plus a proton on its own with no electrons. They stick to water molecules and become hydronium ions, H3O plus. And that's what does the dissolving and pushing hydrogens into your skin so that your skin floats off into water, dissolving away. And then we got the Lewis acids, where, by their theory, which explains more complicated stuff, hydrogen comes from a chemical that donates a proton. So yes, a proton is a hydrogen, and a proton makes a hydronium ion, but this definition meant that we could make acids being proton donators and alkalis being proton acceptors. And so therefore, when an acid like HCl has donated all of its hydrogens, you're left with Cl minus. Cl minus can accept hydrogens from somewhere else, somewhere more pushy about giving away hydrogens. So now you've got a conjugate pair. HCl donates all of its 100%, all of its hydrogens, whereas vinegar, only about 1 in 200 hydrogens is actually donated away. So it's a very weak acid. Can be concentrated, but usually the acid in your onions and other jars to keep things preserved, usually it's only about 5%, so it's quite dilute. So, vinegar's not a very good proton donator, and it's also not very concentrated, so yeah. You can use acids to dissolve away your skin, but you'd have to use it for a whole 6 months, maybe 5 times a day, 1 drop, and eventually you'd see a difference. You can use it to get rid of warts. This meant that HCl is a proton donator, and Cl minus is a proton acceptor. They're a conjugate pair. HCl and Cl minus plus H, they're a conjugate pair. They do the opposite. Well, it can go that way, or it can go that way. Lewis acids.